I
Absolutely.
wanted to kind of focus into improvements. So obviously, this is still a very young team. They're 4-7 in 11 games. What areas do you think they could improve on this season?
I think a lot of attention right now is on the turnovers. I don't think that their turnovers have been really bad, and I mean that's kind of just normal for a young team. It's normal for young ball handlers, like, and even for older ball handlers. We're seeing superstars that are been in the league forever, like John Morant was top 5 in turnovers. James Harden leads the league in turnovers. Like it's just a thing. It's normal. But the problem is the timing of it. The timing of the turnovers, the timing of the missed free throws. It's kind of why people have given so much pushback and like argument to what Cade has done in the fourth quarter if he's not scoring. So like it's not a problem to me if he doesn't score in the fourth quarter. But if you push that alongside with, excuse me, if you push that along with defensive lapses or missing free throws in the fourth quarter, and missing every field goal you take, all that lumped together is a bit of a problem. So to me, I think turnovers and just basically this timing of a lot of things need to kind of go together a little bit better because again, mistakes are going to happen. You're going to be able to kind of deal with the ebbs and flows of a game, but it feels like a lot of their mistakes are coming in the late, possessions where they need to be as crisp as possible. Like you can't be missing free throws down the stretch against teams that are prepared and war ready for these kind of moments. Like you have to be able to know the differences in situational basketball. So to me, free throws, turnovers, and just understanding situational basketball, I think those 3 areas right now are going to serve them better than, to me, any other areas that they're struggling in right now.
Yeah, when we had this question submitted by the fans, I thought turnovers would be your answer. I think my answer would be rebounding lately. The past 2 games, I think it's really apparent. And
Yeah.
obviously, Jalen Duren is out. We'll talk about him a little bit later in the podcast. But I think rebounding right now, especially, defensive rebounding, I think it was really apparent. And obviously, the Rockets are one of the best offensive rebounding are not just offensive, but rebounding teams in the NBA. And you saw it tonight. I think they had 54 to our, I think we had like 44, 45. But
Yeah.
I thought rebounding, obviously, you rebound the basketball, you take control of the game. Turnovers, I feel like in spurts, they take good care of the basketball, but then they kind of, it's situational turnovers where they're trying to force something that's not there
Yeah.
instead of focusing on plan A, what's plan B, what's plan C, or even what's plan D.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when you watch Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, the way they're just looking for maybe an Isaiah Stewart, and they get fixated on that, and they
Mm-hmm.
don't look to, you got a wide open Malik Beasley in the opposite corner.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that, I think they will get better at as the season goes on. I think the turnovers, for the most part, Eric, I think they're fixable. I think they're just forced turnovers, not getting the ball out of Cade's hands when he is double and triple team. And I think Cade did a really good job of that in the Hawks game where they went to try to double him and it was already out of his hands. But I think overall, I think most fans would probably really, pinpoint on turnovers and rebounding the basketball as of late.
Yeah, shout out to my guy Sean Murphy. We sat together at the game today and we talked about the turnovers, and a big issue that Ivy and Cade had in this game, especially late, that they've been doing a lot basically all season, are jump passes without a plan. Sean said that immediately. That is the most critical way to blow a lead and swing momentum. They will dribble the ball in the middle of the lane, and then they'll be in there, and maybe they wanted to shoot, or maybe they had an idea what they were going to do, and they jump in the air and they're waiting for something to do. They're waiting for something to do, and then they're stuck. Like it's way too much of that basketball that's been going on between them. And I agree with you. I think that absolutely is fixable with better motion, better understanding of your spacing. And I think it's going to help when Jalen Duren comes back as well. I think they really miss him offensively. I don't think he's been as productive as a screener as Beef Stew has been, but they miss having that vertical lob threat. Like there have been some plays where I think Cade has done a good job of, feeding Stew in the post or dropping, easy rolling passes to him, but they're missing that lob threat that kind of gives a little bit more balance, for all of them. I think it would help for the vets as well. Again, it kind of all just goes along with a bit of the time that they've been working with, and they just kind of got to find a little bit better, range in terms of consistency in, providing those spots, because, they might do a good job of rebounding in the first half, but in that second half, when things get a little tighter, that's when they start making those kind of mistakes. So again, just kind of understanding situational basketball from that standpoint, I think is going to help them a lot more. Hopefully if they'll have the advantage of playing with a lead instead of having to chase it from behind, which has been a problem for them lately.
Yeah, the Hawks game being up 24, and then it's like a back and forth game. Like I thought in the first quarter, I was like, okay, they just dropped 40 on them. I mean, like Luka dropped 70 on them. Their defense isn't that good. It's kind of suspect. But then they got back into the game, and Dyson Daniels just like he's probably going to be in like defensive player of the year conversations if he keeps up what he's doing. Like 7 steals is absolutely like bonkers. Like I was like, holy! I checked the box score, it was like 17 steals in the last 3 games. That's insane. Like, holy crap! It's like Tony Allen first team all defense type shit. Like holy crap, man. But what's it?
No, I was gonna say, so like even when Cade hit that left-handed floater over him, like, bro, it's no shame in that. That's a hell of a shot that he just hit over you. You were right there in position, and you had help side defense behind you. That's the classic good defense, better offense scenarios. Yeah, he's fantastic. I like watching him play with the Hawks.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. You talk about G League Ignite guys, and like there's some like dogs defensively, like in the G League Ignite. Like I was thinking about it. I was like, Kuminga's pretty good, Dyson Daniels, Jalen Green, even though Pistons fans don't like Jalen Green. Like it's kind of wild to me that they just decided to close the G League Ignite because they've produced like a lot of NBA talent in a short amount of time that the program was open.